Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry for a long hiatus from this channel, and I'm going to be posting regular recaps on this channel, including a red day, because I just noticed that all my days recaps on this channel are like green days. So my goal is to post a recap every day this week, maybe next week as well. So if and when I get the next red day, I'm going to post for sure about it, right? For sure, I'm going to post about it, and I might post a recap. So that's the plan for now. I'm going to post a recap every single day this week. So that's the plan for now. So yeah, just a brief overview of my life. I was on trip, and for the past 2-3 weeks, then I got sick, and then I came back to Dubai. I was sick, and I was taking medications. You guys might be able to hear it in my voice as well. So yeah, I'm still sick, but yeah, I feel good, but my throat is still a bit fucked at the moment. So I was watching Tesla for a continuation play towards a downside today. You guys can see on the daily chart, we had a red bar, green bar, and then the red bar, and you will see a new broker as well on the right hand side. I'm going to talk about it, but I want to discuss my entry first. I was watching Tesla and AMD, and if you look at the daily chart of both these stocks, it's kind of the same. The daily chart is the same. And I did not do a live voiceover because I was actually sick, and you guys can still see like I'm gonna cough in the middle. So I was like, I'm gonna do a voiceover a bit later, not like live trading voice session. And so now coming to the broker, I entered 20 contracts, I believe, off the open at the breakdown of that 411, 412. I covered 5 contracts and my hotkeys were not working. So this is a light speed trader broker. So yeah, I might actually get into an agreement with them, affiliation. They actually sent me an email. I tried out the broker 2 weeks ago, but then I went on vacation. So this is my first time, actually first official time I'm trying out this broker properly with all the hotkeys set up. And I made a mistake that on the hotkeys, I forgot to click send to market. Instead, at the moment, it's like send to order ticker. So my hotkeys are working, but it's not sending the order to the market. So I have to update the hotkeys. But in this video, you guys will see that I'm manually placing my orders. So this was a daily range breakdown. We had a red candle on the daily chart. You guys can see on the left-hand side, the bottom left corner chart. AMD had the same setup, and that is the reason I was watching both these stocks, and both these stocks had a really good breakdown. So whether you caught AMD or Tesla, I think they both were really good on the daily chart. And right here, I covered 5 more contracts, and you guys can see I'm trying to figure out why my orders are not getting placed. I'm going to open the hotkey window as well, trying to figure it out, because I only had only took 20 contracts because it's a new broker, new platform. I actually started using interactive brokers back in 2020. And I have paid a lot in commission. So Lightspeed actually are offering really good rates, and we might have a special deal if I go with the agreement. I'm going to let you guys know. But this week, I'm actually going to try it out myself first. If I like the platform, the executions, just continue to watch these videos, and maybe next week, I'm going to post a recap. So you guys can see on the left-hand side, I need to update that all the orders to send to market instead of send to order ticket or ticker, whatever you guys can see at the top. So I have to update all the hotkeys, which I'm going to do right after releasing this video, or maybe tomorrow morning. So yeah, I should be ready for tomorrow. But if the fills are good, I'm going to test it out for the next few days. I don't want to sign an agreement. I don't want to affiliate or sponsor or partner with a platform that I don't use personally. So I'm going to try it out personally for the next few days. And if I like it, if the fills are good, the platform seems pretty good, and I think the fills were actually better than interactive brokers. So if everything is nice, we are going to get into an agreement, and you guys will get a special deal, and the commissions are going to be way cheaper than interactive brokers, like maybe half the price. But the details are going to be followed once I actually sign the agreement. So at this moment of time, I'm still holding 5 contracts. Let's fast forward to when I actually exited these contracts. When Tesla held above 410, I gave it like last straw. This is the prior day's low. I'm going to be like, okay, if it actually goes above and we hold above prior day's low, I'm going to exit the position. That's where I exited my position. The last 5 contracts, I think I actually lost a bit of money on the last 5 contracts, but nevertheless, you guys can see $725 green for the day. And now actually Tesla looks good for a push towards the upside. We can see that on the volume bars on the 1 minute chart, the volume is increasing, the tape looks good. And that is a skill you need to have as a trader as well, that you need to adapt to the market conditions. Sometimes you might see a really good bearish setup in the pre-market, but the market might rally off the open. So right here, I was like, okay, we might actually go towards the upside. So I'm going to try it out for a push towards the upside, for a breakout above high of the day, but I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to wait for the 5 minutes close. And in the meantime, I'm still trying to figure out my hotkeys. You guys can see the top left corner. And right here on the pullback, right before the break of opening print, I'm going to look for my entry for upside. I'm again thinking of taking 20 contracts. So I'm going to take 20. I'm going to add 10 more on the pullback. It was actually a good breakout. I was green on this trade, but you guys will see what is going to happen in the next few minutes. And this is where I added. I'm actually really proud of my ad. The ad was really good, even better than the first entry. 30 contracts in total. Again, not a big size. I'm risking the green that I am for the day for a potential break towards the upside, because the high of the day is right under S3, which is a candle pivot. So if we actually hold above S3, I was also talking about this in the Discord group as well, that I don't want to size up and I don't want to enter right at the breakout of S3. So I'm going to anticipate if we actually hold above S3, that is going to be good. But entering right at high of the day is not the smartest thing in the world, because you are actually entering right at S3 and we might actually reject from S3. And that is what's going to happen. So I will still be able to cover this position for pretty much break even. And this is where the tape reading and the intuition kicks in. We tried to break out above 413. The market was pushing towards the upside, but Tesla wasn't. For all the break and retest and the normal price action traders, this actually looks like a good hold for the break of high of the day. But this is where I was like, okay, we have tried to break and hold above opening print a few times now. We are seeing approximately like the break of 412, 412.8 or whatever, but we are not getting that momentum. Even though the buyers are trying, the buyers are getting absorbed by the sellers. This is what I discussed inside the Summit Academy as well. But this was a perfect example that this is going to be a fake out. And that is where I covered my position for pretty much break even. You guys can see that I lost like $100 on the calls position. I had 30 contracts, which is pretty much a break even trade. And now let's talk about the best trade of the day, which was on the smallest size. I only took 10 contracts or maybe 20. We are going to recap it because my brain is still not working at 100%. I'm still sick. So we had a breakdown now. On the 5 minute chart, we closed bearish. So now I wanted to enter right here. I was like, I want to enter right here. But on the tape, I was like, we might actually retest 410. There was a big seller at 410. And I was like, we might actually go for that seller first before seeing a flush down. And that's why I waited patiently. It was very difficult to sit on your hands, and just because on the next candle, you guys will see that we actually tried to flush down and I wanted to enter so bad. I was like so eager to enter into this position, but I still waited because of tape reading again. And we can see that on this candle, the premiums are already up, and I was like, I had a bit of FOMO. You guys can look at my expressions as well. I was like, oh man, I missed out on it. But the tape reading actually worked out. You guys will see on this candle, we will suddenly have a crazy push towards the upside from 408 to approximately 410, which is approximately $2 move in the opposite direction. And that's where I entered, because I saw that, yes, we went for that seller at 410, but there was no major buying above 410. That is where I'm going to enter because of tape reading. You guys will see that in real time. The entry, it's an A+ entry. My entry, this was the perfect entry, the best trade of the day, perfect entry. And you will see what happens near 410, which is the S4 as well, camera pivot. So we broke out above 410. There was a big seller. We took out that seller, but there are not a lot of big orders above 410. The buyers tried to hold it above 410. I am looking at the tape really closely, and that is where I'm like, okay, we are unable to hold above 410. I only took 10 contracts, guys. Only 10 contracts. This is the smallest size of the day. The first trade was on 20 contracts. The second trade was approximately 30 contracts for a push towards the upside. This is only 10 contracts because I was also like, I'm only up $600 for the day. So I don't want to go red for the day, because if I take 20 contracts and if we actually go above 411, I might go red for the day. So that's why I only took 10 contracts on this trade. Best entry, I was not in a drawdown. Like my entry is at 5.45 and the premiums are already approximately 7 to 8% up. So my entry was at 946. I held this trade for good 4 minutes. On this breakdown, the premiums pumped a lot. I'm still holding 10 contracts, so just trying to hold my winner. And it's obviously easy to hold on to your winner if you are in like really small size. 10 contracts is pretty small size for me at this stage of my trading career. And I have reduced the size because I'm sick, first of all, and also it's a new broker, new platform, new broker, but it's all about holding on to your winners. I covered 3 contracts on this like breakdown. We had this 1 minute breakdown on very high volume, so it made sense to cover 3 contracts at a fill price of approximately 7. You guys can't see the fill price of my executed orders, But I'm gonna figure out a way to fit all my orders in the recording screen, because this is again the first day I'm officially trading on this platform. I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, so approximately the fill price was $7. So the premiums moved from 5.45 to $7, which is approximately 30 to 35% return in 3 to 4 minutes, which is pretty amazing. And on the next few minutes, my last exit was around 9:53. I think 9:51 was the last exit. 9:53 is a cancelled order. I'm still trying to figure out the color codes and the color schemes on this platform. So right near S6 was my ultimate profit target. We actually broke down under S6. We're going to talk about that because I added to my position as well. I covered two more contracts, that is 4 contracts. So at the moment, I only have 3 contracts. You guys can see, like, only on 10 contracts, I have made approximately $2,000. If I cover the whole position now, on 10 contracts, I have made $2,000. So that means with an investment of $5,500, you could have made $2,000 by trading options in the stock market. And I mentioned that this was the best trade. Yes, the entry was really good. Even the ad was really good. Right around 405. What happened near 410? Exactly. Copy paste happened near 405. That's why I added 5 more contracts right near 405. Again, on this ad as well, I was in no drawdown. And I'm just going to hold it for the breakdown under 403, 402, possibly 400, but we're going to see what happens next. When we made a new low of the day, I was like, we are not seeing that flush I wanted to see. That's why I'm going to cover like just 3 contracts right here. The 3 contracts that I have been holding since like 410 that I entered, I think at 946, if I'm not wrong. Again, I still need to get used to this platform, get used to this platform. So on this breakdown, you guys will see that right near 403, when I'm like, okay, we are not flushing for 400, I covered 3 contracts at a fill price of 8.2 approximately. Again, I can't see the fill price. At the moment, I can see that the bid of the option chain is like 8.2 and my entry was around 5.4, the first entry. The second ad was at 7.5. That is another quirk of this platform, that Interactive Brokers used to show the average fill price of all the ads. Here now it's only showing me 7.5, which was the fill price of the ad, not the average fill price. So yeah, again, getting used to this platform. After a few minutes, just fast forwarded this recording, still holding, still seeing that we might go for 400. But right around here, I expected like a pullback, a nice pullback, because the tape was not looking like we have tried to break down under 402. We are very close to 400. So I want to see some sort of panic selling. Even if you look at the 5-minute chart, the red bars, it's like we have made 5 red bars in a row. So before 400, I was like, we might actually see a nice pullback. And on my ad, my fill was like 7.5. So I might actually go red on my ad. So that is where I was like, okay, I'm going to cover 3 more contracts and around 8.4, which is still in the green. My fill was at 7.5 and the partial 3 contracts around 8.4. Now this is my last exit. I was holding 2 contracts. I'm going to cover the 2 contracts right here and you guys will see what's going to happen. We just saw a push towards the upside. After that is what I was expecting. I saw this move incoming. Even though this was a fake out, we are going to get rejected again. We are going to go and try for 400. But I saw this move incoming on the tape. You guys can see as soon as I exited like maybe 20 seconds ago, and the premiums dropped a lot in value from 8.5, 8.6 approximately to at the moment $7.98. So that is approximately 8 to 9% drop. And I was able to exit the last 2 contracts at a decent fill price, making $3,300 for the day. You guys can see I took a screenshot for the Discord group, $3,325, and majority of that profit, $3,325, was on the last trade with only 10 contracts. Yes, I added 5 more contracts, but the majority of the profit I made for the day was on the last trade that I took like 10 contracts right around 410. Perfect entry, perfect ad overall, made good amount of money with very small size. Really happy with Lightspeed at the moment. The platform is good. But again, don't sign up now, guys. I'm going to try it out for the next few days. If I like the platform, I will actually get a really good deal for you. So if you want to sign up for Lightspeed, just wait for it. Wait for me to test out the platform. If I like it, I'm going to sign the agreement. I'm going to get an affiliation link. And with that link, you will get a really good deal. The deal is actually really good. I'm telling you, it's going to be minimum or maybe approximately 50% off on the commissions if you're using Interactive Brokers, because this year itself I have paid approximately $30,000 to $40,000 in commissions to Interactive Brokers. It's only been like 1.5 months. So in the past like 30-40 trading days, approximately I have been paying $1,000 a day in commissions to Interactive Brokers. And with Lightspeed, it's going to be really small. Like, it's going to add up. It's adding approximately 20K more to your YTD PNL. So yeah, I hope high expectations from this platform, high expectations from this broker, but I don't want to sign the agreement without trying out the platform myself. Today was the first official day of me trying out this platform. Pretty good, but I'm going to test it out further for the next few days. So thank you for joining in, guys. I'm going to try my best to post a recap because it's a short week. Monday, the market was closed. So the next 3 trading days, and hopefully tomorrow I'm going to do a live kind of breakdown instead of doing this voiceover. So my goal is to post a recap every day this week. So that's the plan for now. And if you guys give this video a like, comment down below your favorite part of this video. Were you able to catch Tesla or AMD? Both were similar kind of setups on the daily chart. And if you guys want me to post a recap every day this week, maybe next week as well, you have to let me know in the comment section below, because I want interest from you guys. If you guys are motivated and if you guys are like, okay, yeah, Jay, post more recaps, I'm going to make sure to post more recaps for you guys, maybe every day this week, maybe next week as well, maybe this whole month. Who knows? Depends on the interest and the engagement I get on this video. Thank you for joining in, and I will see you guys in the next one.